is beautiful, isn't it? Full of bright colors and lovely fish. They span across the oceans all over the world, keeping the ocean healthy and supporting life all over the planet. But something's happening to the beautiful coral reefs across this world. They're dying, not only from natural causes, but a simple thing that we're trying to do to stay healthy. So what is this thing we're doing, and why would we be doing it if it's killing the coral reefs? Its chemical name is oxybenzone. What is it an ingredient in? Sunscreen. How is sunscreen destroying the coral reefs, you might ask?
Tourism is Hawaii's #1 industry, and we are very grateful to have visitors come from all over the world to enjoy our beaches and the rest of our natural resources. However, the marine environments around an island are very fragile, and so the more visitors that we have, the more of an impact they have on all of our beaches.
We started noticing declines in coral reefs around 1980, 1985, which is about the same time that personal care products like sunscreen lotion were used prominently by tourists going to these beaches and visiting these coral reefs. What we're doing is we're looking at oxybenzone, a common UV chemical found in many sunscreen lotions and aerosol sprays. Oxybenzone can cause an adverse effect in coral at 62 parts per trillion. That is equivalent to 1 drop of water in 6.5 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So you don't need a lot to cause a lot of damage.
The researchers that offered this revolutionary paper, they, in the lab, have seen that these compounds are lethal to coral larvae. It also sterilizes them, and it bleaches them at a lower temperature by 10 degrees.
That means it takes a lot less heat to kill these corals, and they can never recover. So what does this mean for us? I mean, if it kills corals, can it not hurt us? We're told to slather our skin in this stuff to avoid getting skin cancer. But with a little bit of research, I've been able to find out some hidden truths that even Google AI felt the need to lie about. There are a lot of conspiracies circling around sunscreen, aren't there? Many are saying it causes cancer. The FDA backs sunscreen as safe and effective. Now, before we really fall down the rabbit hole, let's look at how many questions I had to ask to get the proper answer. I was really trying to get to the root of the question, does sunscreen actually cause cancer? Google told me the sunscreen was hurting the coral reefs, not humans. And upon finding out that the way it harms a coral reef is by harming its endocrine system, I was shocked to find out we share the same internal systems as the corals of the ocean. But are they as delicate as ours? Yes. So I posed the question, if corals have the same endocrine system as humans, and they are destroyed by this chemical, what is it doing to our endocrine systems? And what happens when our endocrine systems are disrupted? There are several different types of endocrine disruptors, all industrial, all synthetic, but a few, organic, are still super toxic to plants and animals alike. Our endocrine systems are in charge of our hormones and affect every other bodily system we have. Upon asking Google AI the question, how can it hurt the endocrine system of a coral reef and not a human? It stated that humans and corals have different mechanisms within their bodies, and that as humans, we have ways of ridding our bodies of this chemical. Diving deeper, I found this to not be true. This chemical harms our human bodies in the exact same way. Did I get upset? You bet I did. I mean, if it's not a conspiracy, why is Google lying about it? Going as far as to describe its own answer as incomplete and misleading. I then found out that this chemical was banned in several countries, but not for human endocrine harm. But why not? And what was AI's answer for being dishonest? Nothing acceptable. It's now changed its answer from a flat-out lie to trying to make a distinction in the classification of harm, which it did not do. It said specifically, it did not harm us. But many, many scientific studies say different. As a matter of fact, it's a common known fact in the scientific world that this chemical is harmful to humans and the environment alike. Even going as far as to cause the exact ailment it's supposed to be protecting you from: cancer. Many types of cancers. Not to mention reproductive issues, hormone problems, and metabolic disorders. So you have to ask yourself, why in the world would they ask us to use this to prevent cancer if it causes cancer? The fact of the matter is that we're being lied to. Not only does the governments of this world know the sunscreen is causing cancer in humans, they're also hiding the fact that it destroys the largest ecosystem on the planet, which supports all life on this world. Our ocean and the reefs that make it all happen. The fact is, you don't have to hurt yourself or the ecosystem to protect yourself from UV rays. And the truth is so much simpler than you might think. Nature. Beautiful nature. Oils will help protect your skin from the sun, keep it moisturized and hydrated. Many oils are jam-packed with antioxidants and can help protect your skin from free radicals naturally, so that you don't burn, you tan beautifully. It's extremely harmful for us to not have sunlight. We get the essential vitamin D from this source naturally. So get out there and enjoy the sun. Just bring oil and ditch the harmful sunscreen. Thank you for taking the time to educate yourself on the truth. And remember, knowledge is power. Don't keep it to yourself. The worst atrocity is not sharing this information with others and allowing the people you care for to hurt themselves and the world that supports our own lives.